Hello folks, this is Liu View channel. My name is Martin. I hope you have a great day. And today we make a dish called Chinese lamb stew. And Chinese name is called 羊肉泡馍. This dish is very famous in my hometown. In my hometown, different places they have different ways to cook it. This is my way, and also it's also popular in my hometown. A lot of people use it to cook it. And the main ingredient we need lamb. This is boneless lamb leg. Any lamb is okay. With bone, without bone is okay. This is a 3-pound lamb. Lamb leg, and we need the wheat flour, because wheat flour we use to make the bread. And peas noodle, we just need one bunch. This kind of peas noodles you can find in the Asian market. If you don't have this, it doesn't matter. And leeks. These are leeks, and you just wash the top leeks, and scallion, and cilantro. Those are most ingredients, and we also need the seasoning spices to make to boil the lamb, and to make cook the lamb meat, and also make our broth. Those are very important for our Chinese lamb stew. And we need 4 big pieces of ginger, 3 star anise, and 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds. This is a fennel. It's kind of like cumin. If you don't have this, you can just use cumin, and also half tablespoon cumin, and 1 tablespoon of peppercorns. This Sichuan peppercorns or Chinese peppercorns, and 1 cinnamon stick. This is buying, and you have buying very easy. And black cardamom. It's like this, and you can buy from the Asian market, and or in American market, yes, they will be having. And 1 whole scallion, and those are the spices we will use to cook our lamb and broth. Those are main ingredients we need for this dish. So this lamb we are already soaking in the pot nearly probably a couple hours. Right now you see the water, you can see the blood to come out from it. We just dumped it. We use the cold tap water to rinse the meat a few times. Then we will cook this meat. Use cold tap water, not hot water. Okay. Then we fill the cold tap water to this pot, and the water will cover the meat. So we need to put more water. If you have a big pot, it would be better. I don't have a big pot. If you have broth pot, yeah, that's the best. I don't have big pot, so I use this pot. So we need to fill more water. It covers the meat, and because after you add the water to fill the water, during the cooking you kind of add more water to it. So this you need to be very careful. Fill enough water. What's enough? You see, this is we need to add more water. It's kind of pretty full. The water, this water just I think is enough. Okay, we put the pot and the meat, and the pot on the top of the stove, and turn on the stove, and high fire, and just let it boil. This is the cooking wine. We add 1 tablespoon cooking wine to it. Wine too much. Now just let it cook until it start boiling, and we need to do the next. Don't put the lid on. Just let it heat it. Just let it boiling. When it start boiling, we do the next step. Don't cover it. I'm afraid that if we cover it, you don't see it and see the body and will spread everywhere. Now you can see on the top of the it have formed this kind of black and white this kind of form. We use a spoon, this kind of a spoon. If you don't have this kind of draining spoon, or you have some kind of like this. If you don't have this, you can use a spoon without going to slowly move those out of the pot, because we don't want this. Because this is will make have a this will get rid of the broth is more clear and won't have some kind of not unpleasant taste. So we just do this, slowly do this, move most of it and try your best. But when it's boiling and when you turn the stove fair to the under the medium, because we don't want this overspill. It's not what I want. And this stuff we just dumped it. The stuff we get it just dumped it. Okay, we get more from, let's see the get it out. So this one is better from the blood and the grease. We can get it rid. And just a little in it is okay, but we don't just try to get a message. When it starts boiling, we add our seasoning into it. Add the 1 whole scallion, and also turn the fire to the under medium. You don't want this and 4 ginger, 2 pieces of ginger, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 black cardamom, and 3 star anise, and 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds, half tablespoon cumin seeds, and 1 tablespoon Sichuan peppercorn, and I'll add it to it. If you have kind of like a tea bag or something, you can put those into a bag and to add it to it, and after cooking you take it out. I don't have that, so I will just add it then direct to the pot. And I will use my stuff to filter it later, make the those not in my soup. So we use this to cook our lamb and the broth. This is the salt, the big this kind of salt, big piece of salt. We will add a quarter cup of tea salt to this pot. So it will be salty, but don't worry, because when we use this broth and we will still add water to it. So don't worry. So it's kind of it's a concentrated stocking. So add a quarter cup of salt to it. That's all we're going to do. Okay, we just let it slowly cook. It's the lid. Then we just turn the fire to the low fire and put the lid on and put a chopstick on, and so you can see through the gap between the lid and the pot. You can see a small boiling. We just let it cook, small boiling, cook for 1.5 hours, and we check it. We feel it's a big boiling, it turns the stove lower, because we didn't want it over boiling and spilled out. So you need to be very careful to control the stew. Still boiling in the pot, but not over boiling and spilled out. And half hour, and I check the lamb. Still need to cook a little well. So right now, it's after 2 hours, a little after 2 hours, I will check the lamb again. I will use a chopstick to poke through the lamb. Okay, right now the lamb is easy. It's easy to poke through. That means this lamb is fully cooked, and it's what I want. So I just get this lamb out and put on the plate and let it cool down. We'll use it for our Chinese lamb bread stew later. And cool down. Then take out the stew and cover the pot. So the lamb is part of the right now. The lamb is cooled down. We will slice the lamb. Then we will slice it. Try to as thin as possible. Slice it.
Not pull out the marks yet. The rest of what I took.
So you can do like this. This is the lamb, cooked lamb, 42 lamb we will boil this with the bread later.